Hello chaps, welcome to John Robson Guitar Tuition. I hope you're well, and as I'm recording this video on the 1st of January, Happy New Year. I hope you had a fantastic Christmas. Now, without sounding too self-congratulatory, one of the things that does happen on occasion is that people will compliment me on my guitar sound. So today, rather than showing you how to play this lick or that scale or whatever, I thought I'd just take this opportunity to show you how I get my guitar tones that I use when I'm recording, or playing live for that matter. Let's start with the guitar. I've done a few videos about, well, a couple of videos about this guitar in the past. It's pretty much my number one guitar, this. It's a Telecaster type, as you can see, and we have a three-piece poplar body, a maple neck. We have through body stringing, as you can see, and neck pickup is an iron gear steel foundry overwound pickup, which is kind of an Alnico 5 hot ish Telecaster replacement pickup. It's kind of like a vintage Telecaster pickup with a bit more oomph to it. At the back end we have another Alnico 5 magnet pickup. Can't remember what brand this is. I bought it on eBay for not very much money at all, but it does have an Alnico 5 magnet, and it is like a Hot Rails style humbucker, as you can see. So that is the basis for all of my guitar tones. As I say, this is the guitar I use the most, so this is the guitar I've used to demonstrate these sounds. So let's look at what the guitar's plugged into. I'm going into a Vox Tonelab ST, which is one of these. Now, having tried various amp modelers over the years, going all the way back to the late 90s when the first Line 6 gear started coming out, all the way through to last year, I had a good extended loan of an Axe Effects unit, which was nice, but I've got to say that my favourite out of all the amp modelers, amp profilers, whatever you want to call them, that I've tried has to be the Vox Tonelab. It's the only one that actually feels to me like you're playing through a real valve amp. I've never tried a Kemper. It is on my list of things to check out, but there is a little part of me that says, well, if you like the sound you've got with the Vox, why change it? And I think I'm probably a little bit scared to try a Kemper in case I suddenly decide I have to find the money to actually own one. Anyway, that's the guitar, that's the amp modeler. Let's have a look at some of the specific sounds that I use. We're going to start with my main lead guitar sound, because that's the one that people seem to comment on the most. Then I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do on the guitar to get lots of different variations of that sound that can be used for many different guitar tones. So here we go. This is my main lead guitar sound. And there you have it. You can see the settings that I have on the controls on the guitar, and you can also see where the settings are on the Tonelab. You'll notice that I record the guitar part dry and then add the effects in the DAW. The reason I do that is because it's just what I've always done. I'm from the sort of generation of players who would take an amp, which didn't even, in some cases, have reverb on it, into the studio and record it dry and then add the effects at the mix down. The effects themselves, mainly the two effects which are kind of specific to that guitar tone, are the delay and the reverb. The tape simulation and the compression and everything when I'm recording, I add those effects to the master bus, so the effect, you know, the drums, the bass, the keyboards, everything gets a good old coating of tape sim and that final mix compression. So I included them on the guitar here, because when you hear my guitar on a recording, it's got those effects on by virtue of the fact that it's on the whole recording. Excuse me. Now then, just by turning the guitar's volume down from 10 or full on, basically what I do is I turn it all the way off and then turn it on until it's just audible, and then a little bit more. So if we think of just audible as being volume 1, then just a little bit more than 1 is 2. So it's effectively turn your volume control down to 2, keep everything else the same, and you've got a great foundation for a rock rhythm guitar sound, a good chunky power chord sound. And when I record this, I always, as I do with any rhythm guitar part, double track it, and this is what it sounds like. Then, if I flip the pickup selector over to the neck pickup, leave everything else the same, the guitar volume and tone controls, the settings on the Tonelab, I get a really nice kind of warm, slightly furry around the edges, vintage clean sound, which is good for kind of soul and old school blues and stuff like that. And it sounds like this. Then, staying on the neck pickup, all I do now is crank the volume back up to 10, full on, and we have a very convincing kind of Texas blues, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Hendrixy kind of rhythm and lead guitar sound, which sounds like this. And the final sound that I'm going to show you today is the only one not based on that core Tonelab sound. This one really, I should say, is for the rare occasions when I have to have a completely crystalline, clean sound. You know, I'll tend to use this in the lessons when I'm showing kind of beginners all the open, strummy kind of stuff that we all cut our teeth on. So yeah, this is my clean sound, my kind of clean sound, if you like. It uses different settings on the Tonelab and the guitar, so here they are, and this is what it sounds like. So there you have it. Those are my favourite guitar tones and how I get them. The Telecaster is pretty much the only guitar that I can get that variety of sounds from. There will be occasions when I think, oh, this needs, you know, kind of a twin humbucker, mahogany bodied guitar for this particular tone or whatever, but to be honest with you, I always go to another guitar when I'm absolutely certain that the Telecaster isn't going to be the right guitar for the track. This is the one that I go to instinctively. If you like these guitar tones and you would like to hear some more of them, then you might want to check out the 2 albums that I have out at the moment. The one that came out towards the beginning of, I guess it's last year now, is called The Whiskey Made Me Do It, and the most recent one is called Handles for Forks, and it's all good bluesy, rock, shreddy guitar stuff. I like to describe it as catchy tunes with flashy guitar, so that kind of gives you some inkling of what's going on. Check them out, you will enjoy them. If you're looking for some guitar tuition, then today's your lucky day, because I also offer guitar lessons. If you live on Teesside in the northeast of England, you can come along to me for a one-to-one lesson. If you are not on Teesside in the northeast of England, then get in touch anyway. The details are at the end of the video, because I also offer lessons via Skype. Whether you come along for a face-to-face lesson or whether we do it via the kind of Skype option, then your first lesson is free, and I also do discounts for prepaid block bookings of lessons. So if you need a little help with your journey on the guitar, give me a shout. I'm sure I'll be able to help. And with that, I shall wish you all a good day, a happy new year, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now, folks.